Nerf this!
Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the details of my videos when you get a chance. I've got a lot of really good resources for you in there. I got links to my Discord server if you want to hang out with me. I got links to WHF's recruiting Discord server if you're interested in joining the WHF family. Also got links to WHF's live streamers if you want to watch some of our wars live. Go ahead and give them a follow and you'll get notified when they're streaming our wars live and you want to see what's going on there. So with that, we're going to get into this video. I'm really excited about this video. I've wanted to do this for a while. This is going to be all about becoming an elite clasher, and really the only way to do that is to get into an elite clan, because there's no substitute for learning from the best. You know what I mean? You can watch all the videos out there, you can practice all you want in any old clan, but until you're learning from the guys that are already just elite top level players, you're not going to be able to attain that level unless you're there with those guys, planning, learning, all that good stuff. So really this is all about getting into, you know, whatever your end goal is, whatever clan you love, whatever legendary clan you want to get into, one of the best clans in the world. This is all about how to get into that clan. We're going to talk about what to do before you even apply, and then we're going to go over how to move up the ranks once you're in the clan. What qualifies me for this, to make this video, is because I just did it. Maybe about 6 months ago that I finally applied to my dream clan, WHF. I grew up in Clash, watching, you know, a bunch of power bang videos, tons of power bang videos, and it's just like, man, I'd really love to clash with those guys, really love to learn from those guys. And so, you know, I'm just gonna go over the steps that I followed to go from getting my account ready for it, applying for it, getting in, and then moving up the ranks along the way, all the way up to WHF main, which is in CWL invite. So with that, let's go ahead and get into number 1. The first thing you need to do is have a goal in mind. For me, that goal was getting to WHF and warring with them in CWL invite. You know, your goal or the clan you want to get in might very well be different. Might be your favorite YouTuber's clan, you know, whatever. But have a goal in mind. That way you got something definite to work towards. Now, once you know which clan that you want to make it into, you got to look them up. You got to find out what their minimum requirements are. You can't just walk on and get accepted into some of these top-level clans. That just doesn't happen. They have a whole system ahead. So you got to find their information. Check their clan description. If they have a Discord server, check that out. Or maybe they got something on Twitter somewhere. They're going to have their minimum requirements, what they're looking for. All right. So you're going to have to look at what town halls do they even accept. Because, you know, here's an example. In CWL invite, there's no more Town Hall 9s. And in Premier, I don't think there's any Town Hall 9s in there either. So depending on where your clan's at, you got to figure out, first of all, what town halls they're even accepting. And, you know, and then you got to figure out, you know, what you have to have done with your account. You know, usually you got to have max heroes for your Town Hall level. You know, so if you're Town Hall 10, you got to have 40 heroes. You know, and as far as defenses, you got to have, you know, usually either maxed defenses or tier 1. Tier 1 is like an underdeveloped base. It still has all its defenses, but they're not really upgraded. I'm not going to get into too much detail on that here. So most of the time, you don't become a Tier 1 on accident with max heroes. You do it very deliberately. So for most of us trying to get in there, we're probably just going to need to max those defenses and max those heroes. All right. And again, there's no engineered bases in these competitive wars. So you got to have all your defenses. Once again, it goes back to just max your base for your Town Hall levels. Your best bet. So with that, once you know those requirements, you know what to work for, and you can start building up your account, all right? And here's the tip for you. It is easier to get into these high-level war clans as a lower-level town hall. For example, in CWL invite, your average breakdown is going to be like 5 Town Hall 12s, 10 Town Hall 11s, and like 25 Town Hall 10s. So they need a lot more players to fill out Town Hall 10 than they do Town Hall 11 or Town Hall 12. So you're going to have an easier time. The odds are definitely in your favor. Moving your way up as a Town Hall 10, it's going to be a lot easier than it will be as a Town Hall 11 or Town Hall 12. So just a tip for you on that. Also, So now it's time to build up your account. You just got to build your account to meet those minimum requirements. You know, get your heroes maxed, get your defenses maxed. You know, figure out what town hall level you want to play at in there, and build your account up to that level so that you meet those minimum requirements. All right, so once you got your account built, or even before your account's built all the way, it's time to build your skills. All right, you need to get your skills. You know, you don't have to be at their level yet, but they have to be. You got to be good enough. All right, good enough to start, good enough to get in there and start learning from them. You know, they're not going to take a total noob that has no idea how to attack, not even close. So you got to have some decent attacking skills before you can even get into the family in most cases. So how you do that is, first of all, you're going to research attacks. All right, a good way to do that is watching YouTube videos. You know, not all YouTube videos are created equal, though. So what you're going to want to do is find YouTubers that cover high-level clans, because they're going to be covering the kind of attacks that you need to learn if you want to play at that level. Also, I would definitely find narrated videos, ones where the people are talking, describing what's going on in the attack. I don't know about you guys, but when I watch attack videos that just have music playing, I mean, it can be fun to watch people wreck bases, but I don't learn that much from those. You know, a lot of times it's going too fast for me to keep track of why did he use this there, why did he use that there. Like, you just watch it and all of a sudden the base is wrecked, but you don't really learn anything. So find YouTube content creators that are descriptive, that are going to teach you in their videos. That's going to be a big help for you. All right, another thing you want to do is learn a variety of attacks. You don't have to be a master at all of them, but you should definitely specialize in a few at first. Have 2 or 3 attacks, you know, current meta attacks that you're very good at, very comfortable with, very comfortable using. Specialize in those attacks. It's usually the best way to go at first, so that you got some solid hits you can use in war right away. But you also want to learn a variety of attacks. You don't want to be in a position where you can't hit with air. You want to be, you know, proficient enough that you can use any attack that you need to clean up a base or something. But definitely specialize in a few, I would recommend. So with that, once you research these attacks, you know, or research the new attack you want to learn, it's all about practice. And when they came out with the friendly challenges and clans, that was such an amazing godsend for those of us that wanted to improve their game, because, you know, as long as somebody's going to keep posting friendly challenges for you, you can just keep practicing over and over and over. And that's what it takes to get good, all right? You got to friendly challenge a ton at your Town Hall level. You know, it's not going to help you to hit Town Hall 11s if you're a Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 9s. You're not going to learn anything from that. Make sure you're hitting, you know, high-level bases at your Town Hall level, practicing against those, you know, and you're going to improve, all right? And I'll just warn you, sometimes you're not going to be able to find that in the clan that you're at right now. You're not going to be able to find that in your current clan. I was in that position when I was trying to get better. I didn't have like any other Town Hall 10s in my clan, maybe 1 or 2, and they were never on to post friendly challenges. So I actually left there for like 2 months to join a clan that had a ton of Town Hall 10s just to get the experience warring with other Town Hall 10s and being able to hit those friendly challenges over and over and over just to improve my skills. So you might have to change locations to be able to hit enough FCs to improve. So just a heads up on that. They do have such thing as a friendly challenge clan. I'll try to post the link or something to the maybe the number of that Town Hall 10 one in my description, but look them up. They are out there. You can just join that clan and you do nothing but post friendly challenges and hit friendly challenges immediately. And when you're not hitting friendly challenges, you're supposed to leave the clan. It's only for when you're going to be hitting FCs and they're just posting them one after the other. So great to look those up. Get into one of those when you got a night and you're really trying to nail down a new attack. Friendly challenge clans are a really good place to do that. Also, make sure you're practicing. You know, this goes back to learning a variety of attacks, but practice a variety of attacks too. So every time you learn, you know, expand your horizons. If you're getting comfortable with this set of attacks, learn a new one. Practice with it a whole bunch. Get proficient with it. Just improve your skills through, you know, work, time, and practice. If you put in the work, you're going to improve. Another note I would add to that is, you don't have to master everything to get into one of these clans, because it's really hard to do that if you're not learning directly from those guys. So get good enough to apply. You know what I mean? Have those few attacks that you're really good at. Maybe be okay with using a variety of other attacks as well if you need to. And go ahead and apply. You don't have to be perfect, because the truth is you're going to learn a lot more once you get into these high-level clans than you ever will before you get in. Because like I said before, there's no substitute for learning directly from these guys that are already amazing at this game. So once you get in there and you're clashing and planning with those guys, you're going to learn so much faster than you will outside of that clan. So don't wait too long to get in there, because you're going to learn a lot faster once you do get in. All right? So now we've built our account. It fits the minimum requirements, and we've built our skills. You know what I mean? We're ready to apply to the clan, and so that's exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna, you know, the same place where you found the information on their minimum requirements. That's gonna have the information on how to apply. All right, it might be in their description of their YouTubers videos, might be in the description of their clan inside Clash of Clans, might be on their Twitter, might be on their Discord. All right, so find that and follow the directions. Get your application in. A lot of times it's a picture of your profile and a picture of a war base you use. You know, it doesn't have to be original, you know, not off the get-go, but you know, follow the directions and go ahead and apply. All right, so after that, after you apply and you meet those minimum requirements, you're going to get some sort of tryout. You know, whether it's in a clan hitting FCs, or maybe you're going to war with one of their bottom clans for a while, you're going to get some sort of tryout. They're going to want to take a look at your attacking skills. And if you did the things that we were talking about earlier with learning attacks and practicing and getting better, if you put in the work, you're going to do just fine there, you know. But also, when you're being tried out, ask them for help planning. Because they're going to love to hear that you're ready to work with people and plan with people. That's a really good sign, because elite players do that. They work together, they plan together. So, you know, if they're giving you a base to hit, don't be afraid to ask them for some help planning, or run a plan by them, draw up a plan. You know what I mean? That could go a long ways in letting them know that you're ready to put in the work, all right? And another big thing is be ready to learn. If you come in like, oh, I already know everything, I'm this amazing clasher, you need to move me up to the top clan right now, it's not going to happen. The best thing you can do is tell them, hey, I'm ready to learn from you guys, and I'm willing to put in the time and the effort to become better, you know, to learn and learn from you guys. So now, if the tryout goes your way, great. You did the work, good for you. We'll move on to the next one. Maybe you're in a slump, though. Maybe the tryout doesn't go your way. What are you going to do, rage quit and never apply again? You don't want to do that, man. Even if it doesn't go your way, even if they give you like 3 attacks and you don't 3-star a single one, hope is not lost, all right? If you're evaluating your mistakes on what went wrong with each attack and talking that over with them, they may be like, yeah, this guy's definitely going to learn. He's definitely going to improve. We'll move him on up. Maybe they don't, though. You know, maybe you don't do great on your attacks. Don't give up and don't burn any bridges, man. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm going to practice real hard. I'll be back. I'll be back in 2 weeks, or I'll be back in a month to apply again, because I really want this. That's going to go a long ways too. You know, and telling them just how hard you're willing to work and how much you're committed to getting better. That's going to be huge. So even if it doesn't go your way on tryouts, don't give up. Come back and try again if you have to, and be ready to learn. It's huge. So after your tryout, a lot of times there's going to be an interview. Once again, this is not about a time for you to tell everybody how amazing you are, you know? Because unless you're coming over from another like CWL invite clan, or you're already clashing at that high level, if you're not coming from that background, you're not as good as most of these guys. And I knew that when I came in. So they'll be talking about how amazing you are, how many base you 3-star or whatever. Biggest thing you can tell them is that you're ready to learn, and that you have the time and you're willing to put in the time and effort to learn and to get better. That's what they like to hear. That's exactly what I told them, and that's what they told me after I passed the interview. Man, that's exactly what we wanted to hear. I think you're going to move up, you know, fast, and I know you're going to put in the hard work, so that's huge. All right, also, when you're in these high-level clans, you're probably going to have to download Discord or a similar app, because you're going to be on voice planning with people. And you're going to have to draw out some sort of screen drawing planning thing, too. I've heard that Sketch is the one used on Apple devices. I use one for my Android tablet called Screen Master. That works well for me to actually draw out plans and ask the other people in the clan for their opinion. So at some point, you're going to have to be willing, you know, they'll probably even ask you in the interview, are you willing to get on voice chat on Discord? Are you willing to draw out plans? And, you know, download Discord, download the apps you need, and get used to it. I didn't know how to Discord at all. I'd never used it until I got into WHF, but I learned. So, and another big thing in the interview is they want to make sure that you can effectively communicate, all right? So, like speaking the same language, that's big, because this game requires teamwork, especially if we're trying to improve, but even if we're just trying to coordinate war hits and times and stuff, you got to be able to communicate effectively. So that's another big thing in the interview as well. All right, congratulations. You passed your tryout. You put in some good hits, and you passed the interview with flying colors because you listened to what I was telling you, and I give good advice. So you're in. You're in the clan family. You're probably not in like the CWL Invite clan. You're in like their third clan down, or maybe second clan down or something, because, you know, these top-level clans have development clans. I was talking about that earlier. For example, the WHF family, we've got WHF, the main clan. We've got WHF2, which wars in CWL Premier, kind of a level below invite there. And then we got WHF Rising. And WHF Rising is the place where if you pass your interviews, that's where you're going to go into. And from there, if you do well, you're going to get promoted up to WHF2. And if you do really well there, then you can get promoted to WHF Main. And it's going to be similar to that in a lot of these high-level clans. You're going to have to work your way up through the ranks and through those clans to get to that highest level. So now we're going to talk about how to move from, for example, WHF Rising up to WHF Main, you know. And first of all, it's the same thing we were doing trying to get in, putting in a lot more hard work, and you know, planning effectively. And you know, if you put in the work, you're going to improve, all right? But I'm going to give you some tips that's going to help you improve more. First of all, over the first few wars, you're going to start to identify the best clashers in your new clan, the best attackers, and you know, those are the guys you want to learn from. You know, the ones that are on voice, planning and getting good results. Those are the guys that you want to get on voice with. Those are the guys that you want to ask about your plans. Hey man, what do you think about this plan? Because if you attach yourself to those kind of people, you're gonna learn the most. If you ask those people for help, more often than not, they're going to help you, and you're going to learn a lot. So identify those people that are doing well and willing to help, and plan your attacks with those guys, and it's going to work out really well for you. Also, you know, if you fail an attack, go ahead and evaluate it. Why did I fail? What happened? Usually you know. Usually you see what went wrong and you can identify that. But maybe sometimes you can't. So, you know, a few times I've asked some really good players, hey man, can you look at this attack that I failed for me and tell me what I did wrong? Like, I see I did this and this wrong, but what else could I have done differently to have 3-starred this base? And I've got some really good feedback that way as well. All right. And then at some point, you're probably going to have to get into base building. Unless your clan has designated base builders, you're going to have to start learning that. Nobody expects you to be a great base builder before you come in. That's something that is incredibly difficult to learn until you're learning from other base builders. So that's something that you really don't have to worry about learning until you get into the clan. And once again, that's the same thing. That's going to be trial and error, building bases, having them get fresh, learning from your mistakes. And if you're struggling, ask the people in your clan that are the best base builders, man, can you give me any tips? Can you give me any help? What do you do? How do you start building a base? What's going through your head? I've got some excellent advice. I remember asking Lexnos about that when I was struggling to build bases, and he gave me some great advice at the time, and I was able to build some really good bases after that. So ask those great base builders for help, and you get better at that as well. So just keep your nose to the grindstone. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep improving. If you put in the work, then you're going to improve and you're going to move up. So now you know how to get better faster. You know, the type of things that you can work on, and some advice for you know, asking the people that already know, asking for help, and working hard to improve. So if you do that, you're going to start moving up. And there's a lot of factors that can go into a promotion, but there's definitely one that's the biggest, and that's going to be your hit rate. All right? Hit rate is huge. It really is. At the end of the day, if your hit rate is amazing and, you know, you're able to build some decent bases, if your clan requires that, and, you know, and you're able to use, you know, at least a little bit of a variety of attacks very well, and you have that great hit rate, you're going to get promoted. You know what I mean? There's just, yeah, if you have a freaking amazing hit rate, you're going to get promoted, you know? So, I mean, there's other things that go into that too, getting attacks in on time and all that good stuff, but some of that stuff kind of goes without saying. At the end of the day, hit rate is king. That's what's going to get you promoted the most, provided that you're also, you know, a good clanmate in the other regards as well. So, another thing that can help is advocating for yourself, all right? You're doing all the stuff we already talked about. Your hit rate is awesome, one of the best in your clan, even at your town hall level, and nothing's happening. Nobody's moving you up, nothing. Don't just sit there and wait, man. You know, talk to leadership, because if you're doing your part and you got a great hit rate and you're just really contributing to the clan and you haven't heard anything about a promotion, reach out and ask them. You know, don't bug them every day. That's, you know, you're going to get booted for being annoying. But if you've done the work and you're doing great, hey, ask them, hey man, I just wanted to check with you. I know my hit rate's going pretty good, and I just wanted to know if there's anything else I need to improve or work on to get a promotion. Really interested in moving up if I can. And you're going to get some great feedback right there, and they're going to tell you, oh man, you know, one of the things I've heard after asking that was, oh, don't worry man, you're next in line, but we got to wait for this next season to end in a few weeks. After that, I'm pretty sure you'll be getting called up. You know, a lot of times you hear something like that and it's just like, yeah, great news, you know, but maybe you're going to get some feedback that you hadn't even thought of. Maybe you have an excellent hit rate, but you only know how to do one attack. I'm like, man, we really need to see you demonstrate some other kind of attack before we can move you up. You know, so, you know, ask them what you need to do to get moved up in that regard. So we've talked about advocating for yourself to move up, and we've talked about how important your hit rate is when it comes to promotions. Now I'm going to share, before we end this video, I'm going to share with you guys some tips that have worked for me to get my hit rate up there. And there's no shortcuts. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of hard work, you know, and a lot of patience as well. But these are what has worked for me to get my hit rate way up enough to keep getting moved up to, you know, to WHF and CWL invite. So planning is huge, all right? We talked about that earlier in improving, and that never stops. Plan carefully, plan deliberately, plan with people who are very good, you know what I mean? If you're going to plan a Lalo attack, don't plan with somebody that does ground only. You know, plan with the right people that you know are going to give you good input, and you're going to come up with some good plans. Ask for input, ask them if there's anything they change, and any of that stuff. So plan carefully. All right, and then only hit plans that you're confident in. If you see something you don't like, even if you've been planning for that base for 45 minutes and you notice something you didn't notice before, and you're not sure it's going to work anymore, or you know, not that comfortable with it, don't be afraid to uncall that base and go look for another one. I know I've done that a few times. I've been fully cooked and everything, and then I'll see something like thinking about the last half of the attack or last 3/4 of the attack, and I'll see a problem. I'm like, man, I don't think that's going to work anymore. So only hit plans that you're wild about, and you know, be willing to take the time and look at enough bases and run through enough different attacks in your head that you can find some plans that you really like. Because if you're able to find, you know, a couple bases every war, plans you really like for them, then you're gonna have a good hit rate. You're gonna have a lot of success. Another tip that I do is I use friendly challenges before attacking. A lot of times I'll ask for some FCs. I'll have my army cooked up, my plan already in mind, and just go through some practice runs beforehand. Just get used to that comp. And also I will practice the way that I'm going to attack. So, you know, for example, if I'm practicing against a base that doesn't have CC troops, I'm still going to drop the poison when I would need to in my war attack, just so I get used to doing that thing in the right order for the attack that I'm getting ready to go into, and I don't miss anything. So that's another thing that helps me out a lot as well. So I hope this video has been a big help to you guys. I've been wanting to make this one for quite a while, and you know, go ahead and tell me if you like it or not in the comments below. You know, feel free to join my Discord if you have any other questions for me at all. I'm always happy to help, and best of luck to you guys in getting into the clan of your dreams. I hope it's WHF, and I hope I see you guys soon. But you know, wherever it is you want to clash, if you put in the hard work, you can get into any clan that you want to get into. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Nerf this!